Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Tron. All hope you're having an awesome day. This is an update video of the reconditioned master cylinder that I installed 2 videos ago. Unfortunately for me, for the last couple of months I've been checking this master cylinder and it's leaking again. It is known for reconditioned master cylinders to leak. This is why it's good to do regular checks to make sure that they're 100%. Luckily for me, my master cylinder that I got reconditioned is still under warranty, so we'll take you to the car, take a look at this master cylinder, and I'll show you exactly what's going on with it, and I'll show you exactly how I'm going to deal with this problem. So let's just go straight to the Prelude and I'll show you exactly what's going on with this thing. Alright guys, we have an epic fail of the brake master cylinder that I got reconditioned by Burson's. Unfortunately for me, she's leaking. So I put my hand down here and I rubbed the back of the firewall right here. And as you can see on my finger, don't know how well you can see that on camera, there's slight residue, which is brake oil, and this master cylinder should be completely dry underneath, but unfortunately for me it's leaking and I have to go through the unnecessary work of removing it and taking it back to them for them to recondition it for me free of charge. Now in the last video of showing you me removing it and reinstalling this one, I did use a spanner. I shouldn't have used this 10mm spanner by rights. You can, but it's a little bit of movement, too much play, and you can risk stripping these brass nuts on the brake lines here. You can cheat by cutting the end of this with a grinder so you can fit it over the brake line here, but I ended up picking up the right tool. These are called crow's foot wrenches. These are the correct tool. They're specifically designed for brass nuts, brake lines, hydraulic lines. As you can see, crow's foot wrench set. I paid about $60 for them, but if you want to save a little bit of money and cheat a little bit, you can sacrifice one of your spanners. But considering I work on cars all the time, I didn't think it was ideal. I just went and bought myself the proper set of tools to do this job. Start taking the fluid out of this master cylinder, and we'll be taking it back to Burson's, and within a couple of days hopefully I'll get it back. Shouldn't be any more problems. Now it is known for reconditioned ones to leak, and for $400 that I paid to get this thing recode, honestly I wish I just bought a brand new one from Honda. I don't know how much they would have been, but you're paying for the convenience, not the inconvenience, which I'm having currently right now, of removing and fitting and removing and fitting again. Alright guys, I'm going to use some penetrating oil on these brass nuts or bolts. I'll be removing the excess with a syringe, and don't get any brake oil in your paintwork. Get your crow's foot. There, nice and snug. You can put a lot of torque on that, no problem. Once you've cracked open those nuts down there, you get one of these magnet sticks. Highly recommend one of these, especially when you can't grab this bolt properly. The worst thing you want to do is drop it, so just unscrew it by hand and the magnet will catch it for me. Like so. If you ever have any trouble trying to pull this from the firewall and you can't, there's suction in the brake booster here. Just undo this vacuum line so air can go in the brake booster to release that suction, and it'll make it a lot easier to pull this out, because at the moment there's a lot of suction. It feels like it's almost glued on there, and that's the way to go about it. Now when I pull this line, you should hear air seeping in. Just like that. That was holding the master cylinder on. Now I should be able to remove this a lot more easier. There we go. She's come out. And there we go. For a second time, I remove this master cylinder. Just watch out for that brake fluid. By the looks of it, looks like it's been leaking. You can clearly see it. Shouldn't be that dirty. Now, time to take this to Burson's. And there's a quick shot of what it looked like with it off. And yes guys, I will be degreasing it, and I'll clean up the whole area like I did last time previously in the other video that I made removing and fitting the master cylinder. And hopefully when I pick it up from Burson's we don't have any more issues like this. Oh, hello Burson's. Hopefully they got this part ready for me. Hey Max. Yeah, this is my son Max. You might have saw him a few videos ago for the people who've been subscribed to my channel. But anyway, we have got the car on jack stands. We are going to clean up the whole engine bay of this car and underneath, considering all the work we've just put it through, just to minimize any of that brake fluid, because brake fluid removes paintwork. Master cylinder's in, bled. I've already checked it. I've already taken it for a drive, and so far it's not leaking. But the next couple of months we're gonna have to keep our eye on it and just keep checking it to make sure it's not leaking, because it is on the warranty still, and we've got to be 100% sure that isn't leaking, because the last thing I need is to lose brakes, and the only thing that's going to stop this car is by pulling on the handbrake, which isn't a good thing. But yeah, for you guys who don't know how to jack up a car, where to put jack stands, there's these mounting points right here to put your jack or jack stands. There's also some just before the rear wheel there, and also put a brick behind one of your rear wheels at least. No point relying on your handbrake and parking brake to hold it. Just, it's a safety thing, just so it saves the car rolling back for any reasons. But anyway guys, also when you degrease the whole engine bay, avoid your pulley areas, the power steering and alternator and your AC compressor pulley. If you wash any grease out of the bearings here, you'll risk of getting squeaks and noises because there's no grease in there and it's dry. So when you degrease it, don't degrease your pulleys. That's pretty much one of the main things you should avoid. Besides that guys, you're more than happy to go. The engine block is cold. I just started this car up before. I'm going to have to wait about 40 minutes to an hour before I'm more happy to degrease that and heat it up with cold water. Yeah. Hey love. And for you guys who want to see me installing the brake master cylinder, check out my other video removing and installing the new master cylinder the first time. It's on the channel there.
Music for the 19th of March, so 104.3. BMW 3 Series to find out more.
There's my Scum 2 catback exhaust. If you guys have never seen me install this before and after, by all means go to the channel and check out the catback install video. It was one of the most best performance parts I've invested in, and you'll notice a throttle response and definitely an increase in horsepower after you install the Skunk 2 catback or X-Force. They're one of the most two exhausts that I know of that are great and they sound fantastic. Well, there we have it guys, master cylinders all put in. So yeah guys, for the next few months we'll just make sure that that master cylinder's not leaking. We're just going to have to check it. Yeah, another successful job, well done. Thanks for watching the video guys. I'll see you guys all in the next one.